Howdy, folks. Spencer here, and today I just want to go over this bundle and mud sale that Cryptic has put out for this weekend. Their intent with this is to drain Zen from people because they're probably going to be coming out with some new C-store items in the next few weeks. We are massively overdue for a new Muds bundle. And based on all of the models of ships we're seeing being remastered over on Tribble, like the Nova, the Saber, it's very likely that we're going to be seeing some new T6 bundles coming in at some point in the very near future. But if you're interested in these bundles, what I'm going to go through here is just explaining my thoughts on them, if I think it's worth it, things like that. So this is a 35% sale for bundles and a 50% sale for the Muds bundles, which are those big ship packs. Now, before I even jump in and look at the packs, I do have to say this only discounts the packs to like 150 bucks per for the Muds packs. If you are patient and wait for the next one of these 75% Mud sales like they did last year right around Christmas, you can get them for like 75 bucks per. So you can buy two for the price of one with, that's even with the current sale price. So you can still get them much cheaper than they are with the sale if you're patient. And I would very much say to wait for one of these 75% Muds sales that include the bundles. For the actual bundles, 35% is a fairly good discount. If we look at Black Friday's sales from last year, the bundles were not put on a sale like this. Instead, it was just a 25% Zen sale for the entire C store. So that's a very, very good discount here. And as I said, they're just trying to drain the Zen out of the economy, essentially, because they want you to buy more when they release new stuff here in a week or so. So let's take a look here. Let's start with the Mud stuff because those are the big key items. The out of this wormhole choice pack, you basically only want to consider this if you want an account-wide Maquis Raider or the Gem Strike ship. Those are the only two reasons to really look at this bundle. The Gem Strike ship is fairly outdated, and I'm expecting a legendary version of that ship to pop up at some point because the Gemidars have not received any legendary ships so far. But that ship is very good for anyone wanting to do cannon rapid fire because the starship trait off of it is the cannon rapid fire extension trait. So if you're looking to do rapid fire, maybe consider this, but wait for the 75% sale. The Maquis Raider, that one has the Plasma Storm console on it that a lot of science players like, so that might be worth considering for some of you that want to do sci stuff. And then the Quark Marauder, that's a lockbox ship, but it's not really that great. You're basically buying it just to have a T6 Decora. The Faith of the Heart choice pack, you got the NX, which there's now a legendary version of, so the value of this is not that great. The Zindi Reptilian Escort, not that great, and the Elachi Sateth Escort. Overall, this is just really a fairly underwhelming pack and can easily be skipped over. The Mud Stealing Time choice pack is probably the most popular out of the bundles here. The Temporal Science Vessel that's in this is a lockbox ship, and it is very much the best pure science ship we have in the game right now. It is the ship exclusively used to set all of those really high-end HSE records. Those builds are quite nuts and something I may mess around with again at some point in the future, but for right now I could just say for sure that ship is alone would be worth just buying this pack for because you're getting these ships account wide. But on top of that, you get the Temporal Destroyer, which not that great nowadays. And then you get the Amari, which is a promo ship, but it's not the best promo ship, but it's still, you get all three of these ships account wide, and if you wait for the 75% off sale, you're getting them for 75 bucks for all three of them account wide. So that's a pretty solid deal. Let's jump down to the choice pack of Dread. This has the Tholian Tarantula, which is okay. The Paradox, I mean, it's an okay ship, but I don't think anyone's really using it nowadays. And then the Herc Vedkrid. Now, the Herc Vedkrid is something that some people have used as like a torpedo support platform, and it's an okay ship for that. The issue is it's got pets on it, and if you have too many pets in an environment with a tort boat, you despawn the map. So there are better support ships you can get, like the Fleet Titan, the Legendary Glen, the Goktad, just to name a few, that are going to be better options than this, especially in the current meta where everyone's wanting to spam as many unconventional systems procs on their builds as possible. Now let's look at the Into Darkness pack. There's two versions of this. There's one that gives you just 3 of the options, and then there's another that'll let you get all 8. Do you really only care about the smaller one? The nice thing about this one is the amount of ships you can get with it. If you choose the Kelvin Timeline Starships, that pack alone, that'll give you 3 ships. The Talaru, the Kelvin Connie, and then the Klingon D4X. There's also this Kelvin Heavy Destroyer ship bundle, which will give you this Kelvin ship and then the D7. It's not the best D7 in the game, but it's decent. And then the Vulcan Scout ship is what most people are going to go for, being it's a promo ship. The Vengeance is a solid ship, but if you're spending $75 on this or 150 and you're wanting to get the most out of your money, you'd probably go with the Vulcan Scout ship, the Heavy Destroyer, and the Timeline Starships, because that's going to get you 6 ships in total that are normally really expensive to get in the game. Now, I do want to talk about another way to exploit these mods bundles, and you see how on a lot of these they have like epic tokens or master keys. If I go back up here, you even see some that are given like Lobby Crystals or Ultimate Tech upgrades. So you can buy these bundles multiple times. The thing to keep in mind, though, is that any of these secondary items, like the master keys, are bound to you. But if you wait for a 75% off sale, you could take those 50 keys, you could select that 3 times, and you could get 150 master keys for $75 if you do it during the 75% off sale. Now, there's this Lobby Crystal. If anyone here chooses the Lobby Crystal, something wrong with you. 50 master keys on average is going to get you like 260 Lobby. So if you choose the Lobby over the master keys, you're getting a little bit of extra Lobby, but you're not getting any of the secondary benefits and the potential reward of a ship. So that don't ever choose the Lobies from this. Just go for the keys if that's what you're wanting to do. Now, some of these bundles also have T6 ship coupons. So you can select these secondary items like the keys and ship coupons multiple times and the epic tokens if you wanted. You could get 6 of those T6 ship coupons for $75 if you wanted, but they are bound to you. All of these items are bound to you, so keep that in mind. But that is something to consider because that's a fairly good deal. But I think that pretty much covers everything for the Muds packs. Like, there's a lot of stuff that is a very good deal in here, but you would want to wait for a 75% off sale. This 50% sale is nice, and if you have the extra funds and you really want something, then go for it. But if you just wait another month or two, we might be seeing another 75% off sale if they repeat what they did last year. And that sale is, you get 2 for the price of 1 currently. So just be patient and you should be seeing a bit more. For the ship bundles, now that I've got Mudstore out of the way, there's quite a few bundles to go through. I'm not going to go through everything. 35% off, though, is a fairly good sale. That is what most of these were discounted to at their release. If you're a tort person or if you're wanting to get involved with the tort meta a ton, especially if you're wanting to do supported runs, I would really recommend the new Genesis bundle. The Oberth has a console on it that is absolutely must-have for Torp builds right now. It drains the hell out of your aux, but it gives you a lot of torpedo damage bonus. I'm on a different account, so I can't really show you guys right now. I popped on a different account so I could just show you guys all the prices in the store. But when we look at like the new Genesis bundle, and the other benefit of it is the Clark is actually a fairly solid Torp platform for it's a more of a budget entry level platform, but it can still perform quite well. It can do more than 1 million in a supported run if you know what you're doing. The Genesis Seed console off of it is used by all the supports right now to help clean up at the sides in those runs, and the trait is also pretty solid for anyone that wants to support their team in those supported runs or outside in just various content. It gives you power and heals team wide, so it's a pretty good trait. And like I said, I don't have the info in front of me, but for this new Genesis bundle, this is a good one to pick up. The 11th anniversary bundle. I know that there's been a lot of mixed feelings about this one, and I personally I got it. I like it. I enjoy the Vorchov, but I haven't really flown any of the other ships. I think that this bundle you should only be getting really if you're interested in any of the specific ships. I don't have the stats in front of me right now, but you can look into those ships. But the 35% sale on that's pretty solid. And I know it's only 4 legendary ships, but you do get a few extra bonuses that are quite substantial. And, you know, it's definitely not one to never consider. There are situations where you may want to consider this 11th anniversary bundle. If you're doing Torps, the Blockade Runner bundle is okay. I would personally rather just wait for the Appalachia, the T6 version, to just go on sale by itself for like a 25% off sale, which they'll probably do at Black Friday. So you can skip over this bundle. The Legendary Romulan bundle, that's pretty... If you're doing any high-end stuff, if you're a Scimitar fan, you know, grab that bundle. Pretty much all you need to say for that one. These legendary bundles here, these where it's just one ship and then the level up token, these might get a bigger sale at some point in the future. These all release with the 50% discount, so I would say probably to skip over these legendary ones where it's the captain bundles. I'm going to skip over. I'm just going to skim through these. Let's look at the mega bundles. There's some okay sales on the mega bundles, but most of these are fairly outdated now, to be perfectly honest, especially with legendary ships being a thing. I'd probably steer clear of buying any of these nowadays. Especially with cross-faction flying, you don't need all 9 ships now. Like, you see how there's 9 ships. When these release, you can only fly ships on their respective factions, so if you played Feds, ROMs, and KDF, you needed the ships for all of them. And now you no longer need that. So you can just buy a set of the 3 ships for one faction and fly them across all factions. Which is probably, yeah, it's... You can see how that's a bit cheaper to... If you look here, you can buy just the Fed versions for 3,900, or you could buy all of them for 78, so save some money there. Okay, back to all here. The Picard bundle, I don't remember if this is the biggest sale on this or not. This Picard bundle you'd only want to look into if you wanted the Miradorn Raider, basically. The Miradorn Raider it's an okay ship, but the only reason to really get this account-wide would be if you were doing a lot of Husnock setups, because the Miradorn console is needed for the Husnock to make it fully effective. There's a 2-piece console set that really pushes the Husnock up performance-wise, and the Miradorn has a console on it that, when active, gives you bonus flanking damage and stuff like that. The only issue is the console is exclusive to that ship and the Husnock, so that sort of sucks. You know, there's a lot of bundles here, and I'm not going to go through each and every last one of them, but the expansion packs are also on sale. The Delta Ops pack you would want to consider if you wanted if you're a min-max player and you wanted those 2 Romulan bridge officers from it that are really good. Or if you're a tank player and you want the attack pattern beta healed off, that comes from this Delta Ops pack, and this is an okay discount on it. You do get a lot of ships in it, but most of those ships are fairly outdated because this Delta Operations pack came out in like 2014, so all of the ships in it are really early T6 ships. They weren't given a ton of power creep because they were the very first T6 ships to be released. I don't think there's anything really valuable in this Discovery Ops pack here, so we'll skip over that. The Gamma pack. This Gamma pack still has a lot of stuff in it. You know, I would say to just look through the bundles and see if there's anything you would want from them. But for all these expansion packs, for what they're currently on sale at, it's a fairly good price. The only ones I'd probably stay away from would be like the Discovery pack. I don't think there's too much value in that one. And the Legacy of Romulus pack. The only benefit you get from getting this nowadays, this is there's no T6 ships in this Legacy of Romulus pack, okay? This is pre-Delta Rising. This was like the first expansion pack the game got when T5 ships were the highest thing in the game. It's never been updated. You do get a lot of, like, you basically get all of the Romulan ships from T1 up to T5 that were released early on in the game. So you'd get a lot of Admiralty cards out of it. But that's basically the only thing you'd be getting out of this, and the 30 Master Keys. So you can very much avoid this Legacy of Romulus pack. I don't think there's anything special under starter packs. I guess the Elite Services starter pack is on sale if you're needing that for any characters. That's always worth grabbing for the extra slots and all that. But I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to cover here, you know. I don't think the 10th anniversary bundle is back in. I'll just type that in. No. But this overall, this bundle sale is about as good of a sale as you're going to get for most of these bundles. And if there was something you were eyeing, you know, go take a look, and you know, now would be the time to buy it, really. There are going to be more sales coming up in the near future, but for the Mud store, there will be a better sale, hopefully, if they repeat what they did last year. For these bundles, the sale that they did last year with Black Friday does not match what they're currently doing here, ultimately. Like, if I pop this back up, we've got a 35% sale on these bundles right now, and last Black Friday, they only got a 25% sale. So, yeah, it's something to keep in mind. And once again, if you're looking at the Muds bundles, don't buy it at this 50% price point. Buy it when it's 75% off. That's the best way to go. But I know there's a lot more that I could cover. Hopefully this helps some of you out trying to figure out what you want to buy. But that is it for this video, so thank you for stopping by, and I will see you all again very soon.